bottom. Ain't no problems, we gon' make a way. Got no coach on the field, but we making plays. Hey, look, don't worry, we gon' be okay. Hey, look, why? Cause we gon' make them pay.
What is the goddamn deal? It is your boy, Mr. Marley Bets, and this is Brothas N Bets, MLB edition. When I'm talking baseball, know for sure I got the homie Moose Money Bets. What's good, Moose?
Man, I had another good night last night. The only really bad loss was that under in the Miami St. Louis, but everything else went pretty smoothly. That nice little walk off from the Guardians, that was really nice. Got them Braves, so it was a pretty good night overall. Just a couple of things maybe here or there. Could have gotten one more strikeout from Cal Wright, but I'm not complaining when I'm making money on a day. I'm not complaining.
Facts. And a guy that y'all will be seeing around here more often that hopefully y'all already seen a couple times on the show here recently, the homie Span Overton from Grind Game Elite Sports. Span, what's good, homie?
Man, what's poppin', man? You know, grind is the game, baby. Just another day grinding. You know what I mean? Hey, we gotta pay the bills. The bills gotta get paid, man. Revenue gotta keep flowing in some form, way or another. So, yesterday on my MLB VIP slate, we went 11-1. Bluejays was our own loss. We started off, and Bluejays was the last game to go off. And we was 10-0 until the Blue Jays crumbed us. But it's okay, man. A profitable day. I'm feeling like Moose, man. Anytime, you're profitable, man, you can't be mad. You just got to follow to the strategic ways of winning, man. Stick to single betting. For all the pros out there and the pros that knows, stick to single betting. If you want to parlay, have you some fun, but don't guarantee and get serious and stuck off in those parlays, man. But if you want to just a little fact, if you want to be serious in this business, make sure you single bet, guys. And but we went 10-0 yesterday. It was a great day. And let's get the show going, man. Thanks for having me once again. Grind is the game.
It was good. All right. So shout out to everybody in the chat, man. Y'all hit that like button. Pin Grove Rail was good. Coach, what's going down? Here's a couple plays. Always faded. He got the Braves Phillies under. I think we're gonna miss that start, so I didn't put that one.
Yeah, it's already started.
Yeah, Brewers first 5 team total over. I didn't add that one. We got the Reds and Cubs. I'm gonna take that one. We got the plays on that one. First 5. What's that in over? And then Yankees and Stros first 5 under. I bet on the Stros, but I didn't put it because we're probably gonna miss that one.
You always bet on the Stros.
Yeah,
that's nothing new.
That's the best team in baseball, as I always say. H-Town in the building. You know what it is. I don't know, man. The card wasn't that great. I kind of agree with Moose on this one, but the homie Span got a couple plays, so we'll see what we can do for you. Always faded, and of course.
Yeah, man, I hate this card. This card today sucks.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, Moose. I like the card for the simple fact of the game limitability. Like, it's not that many games. It's kind of just enough, you know what I mean, on that edge of the sideboard. But matchups, I think it's going to be. I'll be for this series here. I'll be mostly focused on trends when I focus on looking towards my bets in this state of this series, because I feel like it's a lot of good teams playing good teams in this series. So it's going to be some great matchups. It's just about to take advantage of whatever lines, sharpshooting the lines and taking whatever you can get. You know what I mean, and just making
that's how I bet anyway. I'm a trend better, so I normally don't look for certain teams. Anyway,
me too.
Moose, I was kind of curious you didn't have a play on your boys, but we're going to talk about them, so don't worry.
It's a pretty simple rule. I forgot
you don't bet them.
That's it.
Yeah.
They're my team. I got I got enough.
We still got time to jump on my Stros. I can give out my plays.
You ain't messing with the Padres today,
It's
man?
my only team I have. It's the only goddamn professional team I have to cheer for. Like the Chargers left. I got no NBA. I got no NHL. It's like my only child. I can't play. I got enough invested in this team. It's my team.
But guess what, man? It's some good juice on them tonight, man.
I play totals on them. I'll play the opponents on them, but I'll never play the Padres because I don't think I'd play the Padres well. I've done really well in playing the opponents. I've done pretty well at that because I'll know when the spots are to fade them. But we can get to that game when we get to that game.
Yeah, we definitely will get to that game. So first off, I'm going to read off the lines. I didn't put them in really quick because it's kind of special on the show today. But Rays versus Blue Jays. The line for the Rays run line is at minus 165. The money line for the Rays is at plus 125. Run line for the Blue Jays minus 1.5 is at plus 145. And the run line for the Blue Jays is at minus 145. We got a total of 9.5. On the mound for the Rays, we got Matt Whistler, 2-1, 2.83 ERA. And Kikuchi is on the mound for the Blue Jays, 2-4 with a 5.08 ERA. Couple actual factors just real fast. The Rays, they're 4-2 in the last 6 games against Toronto, but 1-5 in the last 6 games on the road. 8-4 straight up in the last 12 games of playing on the road against Toronto, and their totals have went 8 of the last 12 have went under against an opponent from the American League East. Blue Jays, 4-8 straight up in their last 12 games when playing at home against Tampa Bay. And their totals, we're going to just do a bunch of totals on them. Their totals, over in 9 of the last 10, over in 14 of the last 16 at home, over in 6 of the last 7 against an opponent from the AL American League. And I have really been riding Blue Jays totals. Them hoes have been gold here lately. Like I said, I'm a trend better, so I love to follow the trends. And Kikuchi is one of the guys that personally, when he's on the mound, I love to take the over. Because like I said earlier, his ERA is at 5.08. He's 2-4 when he's on the mound, and that's not counting a couple of the no decisions that he got. So me personally, I like the moves. I'm gonna ask you this: I like the Rays for the first 5, and I like a full game over.
Yeah, I don't know about anything on the Rays and overs. Those two things do not go well together.
Right.
James Little. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I said it right. I get it.
Yeah. James Little said it. Rays need more offense. You look at their numbers versus lefties in this month. They're hitting 236, slugging of 364, OPS of 667, and that's versus lefties this month. Kikuchi is a lefty. Kikuchi, you could shout out all the stats you want, but I've said this multiple times, and I'll say this every time: a bad offense can make a bad pitcher look great. And I think that could play out here. So I wouldn't trust a side. I wouldn't trust the total. The Rays offensively have been a little bit better recently, but you still look at their numbers the last 15 days. They're hitting 243, 366 slug, 672 OPS. So it's not really the best thing in the world. And the Tampa Bay Rays are using a bullpen day. The Tampa Bay Rays continue to have one of the best bullpens in baseball. And the last month and a half, 3.05 ERA from that bullpen. I'm off completely. I feel like it should be a J spot because he's still hitting pretty well, but I'm not going to try to go up against the Rays bullpen day. I'm not trying to back the Rays because of what the Blue Jays could do or the fact that the Rays might not hit.
Okay. Span. So
yeah.
Span, you got anything on this?
To be honest with you, on this game right here, I like the matchups. It's going to be a good game, close game. I'm not taking either side, you know what I mean? Because I feel like both of these teams are like almost, I feel like the Blue Jays may be a little better than the Rays, but the Rays can get fired up and start betting to myself. But I think it's going to be a defensive game, man. I swear to you, like that's just my feeling. And I took the under on this game. You know what I mean? And if we're looking at the last the last, I guess we can say that the last few matchups with the Rays and the Blue Jays, I believe the under. I know it stayed under 9. I know their last 3 times. If we're looking at those trends right there, yeah, it stayed under like their last series. You know, the highest their score was 7. So to me, just the way they play and the way they're both like pretty much good teams to me. I really feel like it's going to be a defensive game, and I like the under here, man.
All right, so the Blue Jays totals don't scare you. All their games went over late.
It's not a bet. It's not a bet. It's not a bet. It's not a bet. But I'm just saying that's what I just like in that game, and I don't like either side on the matchup. Uh-oh.
Did we lose Marley?
Yeah, we lost him last time too. He'll be back shortly. So isn't it?
All right, well, I can keep it going. Would you rather have the full game over, the full game under, or would you rather have the first 5 under?
I'd rather have the full game under because I feel like sometimes, they can come out and start off and get a few little runs within that first 5, and they maybe get to that. I'm not sure on what was it, 4.5, or is it 5.5?
Yeah, because I'd probably look first 5 because the Toronto bullpen last month and a half is a 5.02 ERA.
For what play, Moose?
If you were looking at the under, like what Span was talking about with the under, if I was going to suggest an under,
100.
Yeah, I would definitely be looking at the first 5 under rather than a full game under because that Toronto bullpen has just been hideous and really, really bad the last month or so. I mean, a 5 ERA out of that bullpen, they got to be better than that if they're going to be a playoff team.
Yeah, I feel you. That wouldn't be a bad spot either if I was taking it.
What
But
you think about that? I got a 5 at plus 100 under first 5.
A 5 under 5, I think that wouldn't be bad, man. You know what I mean? But if me, I'll play I ain't gonna lie, man. I would bet the whole game. I ain't gonna lie. That's just me. You know what I'm saying? But that wouldn't be a bad bet either. Like I said, the most they scored on the last series was 7. You know what I mean? I can check it out on the first 5 real quick since I got the game already up. Boop, 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 boop. Yeah, that wouldn't be a bad bet at all, Moose. From the first game of the last series off trends.
Yeah, the only issue is Kikuchi pitching? Yeah. Then I don't really want to play unders with him. Yeah, right. I don't want to play unders with Kikuchi. He can implode, but he can also throw a masterpiece. I mean, I watched him pitch a very good game in Anaheim against the Angels until it just kind of imploded near the end. But for the first 3-4 innings, he was lights out. He was matching Lorenzen pitch for pitch. So I don't want to really risk it with Kikuchi. I don't want to risk it with the Blue Jays that could be a juggernaut offensively whenever they choose to. But if you're relying on the Rays offense to be crap, that's not a bad thing to rely on.
All right. Exactly. All right. I'm going to make a move. I'm just not sure if I should do full game or first 5 right
now. I'd do first 5.
Yeah, I go with the first 5 if I was you. I like that move.
I'm not playing it, though. Fuck that.
I would.
I like my money is in my pocket and not, on the table.
Okay. Or in the air here.
I think I want to make a move on that first 5 under. It's plus money. I think it's worth a shot.
Do it. I think it's good. I think you should do it. No, you ain't got to go hard on it. Just sprinkle some change on it. See what she gonna do.
Yeah, divisional games generally trend towards the under because of how much you know about them. You see that across all sports. The better you know the opponent, the better know you how to stop the opponent. So I don't think the under is the worst thing in the world here. I don't want to do it with Kikuchi out there, but first 5 means they have to score 6 to lose it.
Right. I think I'm going to move. I'm going to move on it. I'm finna take it. Make it official. First 5 under 4. It's plus 100. It's plus money as well. I really like that part. Put that in for me. Bam. All right. Big good. Let's keep it moving.
Well, I hope you cash it, man. Let's get it.
Let's keep it moving.
Definitely.
All right. We'll do this game next. We got the Reds taking on the Cubs. The run line for the Reds plus 1.5 is at minus 170. The money line is at plus 115. Cubs run line minus 1.5 is at plus 170. And the money line is at minus 125 with a very high total of 10.5. On the mound, we got Ashcraft, 4-1, 3.27 ERA. And Mr. Hendricks Kyle, 3-6 with a 4.90 ERA. Really quick, couple actual factuals. Don't want to get hung up on them for the starts. Reds are 3-9 straight up in the last 12. They're 3-7 straight up in the last 10 against an opponent from the NL. Their totals have gone over in 6 of the last 8 games, over in 7 of the last 10 on the road, but under in 4 of the last 5 when playing on the road against Chicago. The Cubbies, they're 6-14 straight up in their last 20, 3-8 straight up in the last 11 at home, and 6-12 straight up in the last 18 against an opponent from the National League. Their totals have gone over in 4 of the last 6 and over in 10 of the last 12 when they're playing as the favorite. Spam, we're gonna start with you this time. Do you have anything on this game?
The Cubs and the Reds game?
Yes, sir.
Only thing that I like on this game, I feel like there's gonna be some bats. You know what I mean? I feel like I stayed away from either side. You know what I mean? But if I were to veer toward a side, I would say the Cubs, and if anything, I would take the over 9.5. That's all.
Over. Would you take over at 10.5? Because I'm seeing a 10, or is that too high?
I wouldn't go there. I'd stop at 10.
Okay, stop at 10. I got you. Stop it at 10. Moose, do you have anything on this one?
Just kind of real quick, because I know the game started. Answer always faded. I was off that game. I'm kind of a low-key Brubaker fan, like a little bit, low-key, kind of a little bit. And I don't like Hauser much at all, so I was off that game, and I couldn't get enough going with the Pirates on that. So I was off that. Here, I do like the Reds' first 5. I think that Ashcraft is just straight up a better pitcher than Hendricks. You look at Hendricks, his expected numbers, they are horrendous this year. He's got a 290 expected batting average. He's got a 527 expected slugging, an expected ERA of 5.21. Ashcraft has pitched pretty well this year. The walks have not been an issue. It's just the fact that he's not really getting a ton of swings and misses. But he is getting guys to chase a little bit out of the zone, which is great, especially against the Cubs team that is known to have a higher chase rate. And I really kind of like Ashcraft going forward as a big league prospect. I know he has some away numbers that are not exactly thrilling if you're backing him. And Hendricks has pitched pretty well at night, but I still would take the better pitcher with an offense that is hitting really well recently versus a really bad pitcher with an offense that has been kind of inconsistent recently. So I'm on the Reds' first 5. Money line.
Gotcha. Always faded says Cubs are trending to the over at home. And Phillies are up 7-1. God, Jesus, 7-1.
Yeah, I mean, it's tough to bet on the Phillies right now without Harper. I want to see how that team kind of shifts. Like, are they able to rely on Castellanos and Schwarber a little bit more and not have to worry about Harper? But it does open up a spot in that lineup.
Yeah.
What do you think about a full game? You don't think is the Reds bullpen?
Oh, fuck that. I'm not going with that bullpen. Fuck that bullpen. That bullpen sucks.
Do you think they're that bad where we can't
6.64 ERA over the last month. They're the worst bullpen in MLB over the last month. Literally the absolute worst. So, no. I do not trust their bullpen to do anything but give up runs. If they have a lead, they'll lose the lead. I mean, I definitely like Reds early, not full game.
Okay. So you're just riding Ashcraft essentially.
I'm riding that Ashcraft, as Cabby likes to say.
All right. I'm going to do the same. I don't like – oh, man. I got minus 115, though. That's not bad.
Yeah, I grabbed it at minus 110. I think it was plus money earlier. I think it was plus money earlier. So there has been some money put on the Reds coming up to the game time.
I'll tell you on that one. I'm gonna go with Ashcraft. I was thinking the same thing, and that was just a solely play based on I think Ashcraft is the better pitcher than Kyle Hendricks. And that was the only angle I saw in the game because I wanted to go full game with the plus money, but like you said, that Reds bullpen is god awful.
Terrible. Awful.
I was hoping maybe you told me that like we can make it, but I guess
they're giving up a literal touchdown a month or every game.
Yeah, a touchdown a game is definitely not good in baseball.
Yeah, no, you don't want to be giving up touchdowns.
Hey, let me ask you this always, Faded, because I see you post that Phillies don't want to get swept. So I kind of got one of my baseball philosophies is always bet against the sweeps because it's just hard to sweep a team. Kind of the same thing I do in divisional football in the NFL. It's hard to sweep a team when you play a team twice. So 9 times out of 10 in football, when they play the second game of the division, I bet the opposite team that won the first time. I don't do that. It's obviously no rules 100%, so it depends on the odds and obviously the two teams.
You got to check the lineups on that because there are times where if that team comes out with their A lineup on that third game of the series, the sweep's happening. But if they come out with if they sub a couple of guys out, because that's definitely a trend that you see in basketball and in baseball, is that you will see star players sit, especially if they've taken the first few games in that series, not as likely to have to push them. So that does happen. But if you see the lineup is normal, the sweeps will happen.
Right. My bad.
Yeah, so that'd be the lesson. Just check the lineup.
So it's not something that's automatic in baseball necessarily.
No, I mean, it can be, but it really does depend on the manager's philosophy. If they're trying to get players rest as much and as often as they can based off of the results of the schedule, or if it's one of those things where the third game of the series, they're almost always going to have a different lineup just to kind of shake things up or whatever it might be. But I would definitely be paying attention more to the lineups and what gets posted versus blind bet on a team not getting swept. Because you've noticed this year, there have been quite a few sweeps.
Gotcha. Okay. I am going to tell Moose on that first 5 with Ashcraft. So if that's not clear, and let's kind of keep it moving. It's only 2 games left, 2 later games left that we got. Let's start with this one. I'm going to have to read off the lines. We're going to do the Athletics, the A's, and the Mariners. I'll put in the lines here in a second while you guys are going give me that breakdown. But I'm going to read them off for right now. And let me get to that. And Moose, we'll get to your Padres right after that. All right, we got the Oakland A's and the Mariners. The run line for the A's plus 1.5 is at -110. The money line, you can do a 205 if you're interested. On the A's, the Mariners run line -1.5 is at -110, and the money line for the Mariners is at -225. Of course, we got Mr. Gilbert. I was Gilbert though, but I just said it that way. On the mound for the Mariners, and Adrian Martinez on the mound for the A's. Couple of actuals real quick. Gilbert's 83 with a 2.44 ERA, and Martinez is 1-0. He's only had 1 start. He's baby on the mound. I think he only has 5 innings total pitched right now, if I'm not mistaken. The A's, they're 2-7 straight up in their last 9 games. 2-16 straight up in the last 18 games against Seattle. 4-11 straight up in the last 15 games on the road, and 15 straight up in the last 20 games against an opponent from the AL. It's one of the worst teams in baseball. Mariners 7-2 straight up in the last 9 games, 5-1 straight up in the last 6 games against an opponent from the American League West Division. Their totals have gone over in 4 of the last 6 games against Oakland, but under in 12 of the last 18 games and under in 14 of the last 18 games at the crib. Moose, back on you. Do you have a play? And if not, just give us a breakdown on what you're thinking about.
I don't have anything here. If there's anything I'm looking at, it would be the under It is Adrian Martinez going for the A's, and he does not have a ton of big league experience. He pitched against the Tigers last game, and he went 5 1/3, gave up four hits. But again, I mean, the Tigers didn't really hit, and the Mariners aren't really hitting right now. You look at the bottom part of the league in terms of run production. The Mariners are 24th, and the A's are 28th. So there's not a ton of runs being scored. I could easily see a first 5 under. I wouldn't really want to play with the full game under because of the A's bullpen. The A's bullpen, they're also giving up a touchdown, 6.06 ERA in the last month. So if there's anything I'd lean towards, it'd be a first 5 under, maybe a parlay piece here with the Mariners. But I really wouldn't want to play a Mariners parlay piece here because I think the A's could do well. The A's are a bet-on team on the road. They are a fade team at home.
That's weird.
Well, you think of the fans that are there. I mean, it's just who wants to play in that environment? Who wants to play in that stadium every day? It's tough mentally to get psyched up for a game there when you know that your team, your city doesn't really want you. Or let me rephrase that. It's very tough for you to play in a city that you know you might not be in next year.
Right. Aren't they thinking about moving to Oakland? I mean,
Vegas.
Vegas. Excuse me. Yeah. Vegas.
Yeah. So there's a lot of places on the table. They've talked Portland. They've talked Vegas. It's just kind of what's the likelihood of that. I think Oklahoma City has been mentioned before. So, but still, I would look more towards the A's. But I do like Logan Gilbert. I would look more towards the first 5 under, but I don't really trust Gilbert or Martinez enough to back it. There's more runs generally scored in Seattle than there's overs. I'm sorry, there's more overs in Seattle than there are unders.
Okay, all right. Span. What you got for me on this one?
Man, really, I took a stab at the team total for the A's over 2.5. And it definitely wasn't off a trend because like the last head-to-head matchups for the A's and the Mariners, the A's ain't even got over 1 out of the 5 they got over 2.5 runs, but I like over 2.5 runs for the Oakland A's.
I like that play. I mean, if you look at 4 out of the last 5 games, they've hit that 3.
Of Oakland game, right.
Right.
And that's kind of why I went with it, but head to head, they haven't, you know what I mean, in the last 2 series that these teams matched up against. But I like Oakland team total over 2.5. And not to jump off subject, but we do got the Brewers starting in like 3 minutes. You know what I mean?
If you have a play on that, game, go ahead and give me your breakdown.
That's my play of the day. My 4-unit max I gave out to my VIP team. I like the Brewers for the first 5 innings. That's just a 3-unit play. First 5 innings Brewing, and then I got the Brewers for the money line full game for a 4-unit max lock. That's my
pick. The first one, first 5. What was the first play? I know Brewers money line, and then what else?
Brewers money line. That was the 4-unit max play, and then for a little like 3-unit play, I got the Brewers for the first 5 money line. Yeah, for the first 5 money.
You had the Mariners, right?
Huh?
You had the A's team total. My bad.
Total over 2.5.
I'm gonna tell you on that. I actually really like that play, even though Gilbert's pitching. Moose, what is Seattle's bullpen like?
Really good.
and that was my only kind of pull away from it. But I said, man, fuck it. The way the A's been batting and they've been playing their last few games, I feel like they should crank up, man, somewhere and get three little runs, man. They gotta get 3 of them. You know what I mean? So that's why I went with it. I think they should pull it off, man. You know what I mean? I think it's a good little stab, to be honest. Just
always faded. I was thinking about the run line, obviously, because the money line is. I'm not taking no fucking -200. Nice, you almost there. Sounds like you on your way, more than halfway there, my brother.
There you go.
because I have a thing about Seattle. Seattle at home at night. That's like I haven't really been watching it like I said I was when the season started. But it's something I noticed like 2 years ago, and this is something me and LJ. I brought it to LJ's attention. I think LJ was supposed to be tracking it, but because it's just so fucking late. If you're not a West Coast team and you get an 8-9 o'clock start, if you're an East Coast team, that's really like a 12 o'clock start. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
that's fucking late for most teams to be up playing. So I normally look to Seattle for late starts on. I didn't get to the window when you faded, but I definitely I like the look, man. I'm thinking about it. I haven't made a move on it, but I kind of like that they're 2.5 team total too.
I mean, 2 point, like 1 point going against, 1 point going for. The Yankees have a better bullpen than what the Mariners do, and that's when they scored their runs.
Right.
The point going against it would be that the A's the last 15 days have still only hit 211 with a 559 OPS. So if I remember correctly, there were some errors that the Yankees committed, or at least some mistakes that they made in the field that led to those runs.
Okay. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do yet. All right, so the last late game we got on the slate is Moose's Padres up against what do I call the Dodgers? I feel like they're disappointing. The disappointing Dodgers thus far, but I don't know. I'm not just the biggest baseball guy out there, but
Dodgers they want to.
Huh?
Dodgers just play when they want to, man.
Yeah, that's disappointing to me if that's the case. So I feel like they should be better within their record is. I know Kershaw was hurt. They shouldn't even put him out there last game. But anyway, let me get these lines real quick. The Padres taking on the Dodgers taking on the Padres. Padres run line plus 1.5 is at minus 190. The money line for the Padres is at plus 115. The Dodgers run line minus 1.5 is at plus 165, and the money line is at minus 125 with a total of 8. On the mound today, we got Mr. Musgrove, the ace himself, 8-1, 2.12 ERA against Mitch White, 0-1 with a 4.25 ERA. And the actual factuals, I'm just going to read the Dodgers because I'm going to let Moose give us all the Padres stats. Dodgers, 6-3 straight up in the last 9 games, 6-0 straight up in the last 6 games playing at home against San Diego, but 1-5 straight up in the last 6 games against an opponent from the NL League West Division. The totals have gone over in 6 of the last 7 games were played on Thursday. Those of you like those. But under in 4 of the last 6 games. Maybe I'm just mad because I lost on them last time I bet on them, but I still feel like they disappointed. Moose, Padres, Dodgers. What you got?
Oh my goodness, am I so excited for this damn series? Oh my god! Like, first off, guess who's back? Machado's back.
Machado
in the lineup, DHing. I mean, the Padres on the road. It's a recipe for a Padres bet here. It really is. I think that Musgrove had a little bit of stamina endurance issues in his last start. He was coming off of COVID. And one of the things that happens when you're on COVID, and they talked about this on the radio this last week, was you don't really get to do much. Like, you're not able to really go work out. Like, you're restricted to your home. And so you're really kind of more inclined to have, oh my gosh, you're more inclined to have some kind of stamina or endurance issue if you've been out sick. And you saw later in that game, he started giving it up, and it was the first time he's given up more than 2 runs in a game, and he gave up 6. I expect Musgrove to be much better here. I expect Musgrove to be seriously hyped for this. The worry is that he's going to get too hyped, and he's going to try to throw too hard, and he's going to get shelled right away. If the Dodgers score early, it's going to be a Dodgers game. If they don't score early, this very well could turn into a Padres victory. There's a few things that, as a gambler, you might want to look at, and that would be either the Padres today on a money line because they're the underdog here, and quite frankly, these two teams are extremely similar, or a series bet because we have lined up Darvish as well on Saturday, and we do have quite a bit of a pitching advantage with our starting pitching. I know the Dodgers have some good pitching, but we do have the advantage in that regards, in my opinion. We have the advantage. So series price on the Padres or a money line bet on the Padres today. Both good options. I'm not playing them. I got my heart in this. Let's go Padres.
Span.
I ain't got much for it, you know what I mean? But I feel like the Dodgers gonna win, though. Just to be honest with you, though, that's just me. I know you're a Padres man, you know what I'm saying. But if you just were to ask me, I just say I would take the Dodgers. That's just me, though. You know what I'm saying? Like they most definitely they got the better players. I wouldn't just say, well, we can say they damn near the better team too, but but it's gonna be exciting. I hope. I stayed away from it, so I hope the Padres win for Moose here. You know what I'm saying? And we can have something to cheer about tomorrow.
So I made a play. I took the Padres first 5.
Come on, let's go.
I'm just backing Musgrove here. Machado, I love to take the full game, especially with Machado coming back. But Moose, sometimes the Padres bats are worse than Astros bats.
Not on the road, though. Not on the road. At home, absolutely. But on the road, they're like 2 runs better on the road.
And that's why I'm taking them. I'll take that along with Musgrove early. I got it at minus 105 on the money line. I think that's good value for an ace that's 81 and throwing the way he's throwing. So I'm just going to take him early. I'm rooting for you, though, Moose. I don't have a horse in the race. I don't like the Dodgers. Fuck the Dodgers. They hate on the Astros anyway, so they can all take all the L's. This might be a hate bet. I don't know, but
right, it could very well be a hate bet. But we do have the advantage with pitching. I mean, you look at the Dodgers bullpen the last month, their bullpen ERA the last month or so, 3.69. What's the Padres bullpen been the last month or so?
What the fuck?
The hell was that?
Hey, hold on.
Damn.
Somebody trying to get in this shit? What's going on here?
Like somebody damn near trying to break that nigga shit.
Right, that's exactly what that sounds like.
He need to go get the pistol. He see like she hit the shotgun or something. Oh shit. That nigga just bust. I just heard go. He just
here. Holy shit.
Hey, who is it? Hey, man, open the door, man. Might get shot. Hey, man.
Fuck, man. God damn.
What?
Oh, that's Coach.
Boy. Don't play like that. Don't do that.
Say, hold on, man. Watch out. Hey, Money Moose, what's good?
God damn, what the hell just happened?
Span, what's up?
Hey,
what's good? Hey, pick the mic up, nigga. Damn. What's going down? Nah, you can't hear his echo. Hey, man, that's how we rolling in Texas. The man that pulled out the
Well, I thought I heard that nigga let that bitch out.
Hey, say, man, he had the hold on, Rock, let me call you right back. Hey.
This shit's gonna go viral the wrong reason, man. God damn it.
Hey, man.
Man, listen, I thought I heard the man.
I had to come let my presence be known. I know I've been missing for a sec, taking care of the coaching, getting adjusted to the school. Y'all been holding it down, Money Moose. You MVP, keep holding it down. Grind game was good. Feel me? Had to come pull up on them, shake a couple of things. Yeah. Talk about my picks. Let y'all know, hey, football season coming. All right, DJ Big Boss, we in the mix. We about to get this college football going down. Don't let nobody tell y'all what's going on with Brothas N Bets. Brothas N Bets is good. Everything. If you ain't hearing from Brothas N Bets, then it ain't official. Am I right or wrong? All right. So, hey, we in there. Keep doing your thing. Be sure to hit that like, subscribe. I'm the coach. As Marley Bets, he got the sawed off. That's illegal in the state of Texas. Hey, it is good.
Hey, that's the last game that we was breaking down. Anyway, we finna end on that note. Right there. Span, as a matter of fact, man, I know you had some soccer you wanted to go over. Has those games started, or do you got time?
I believe what time it is. It just started. You can catch it live. It's a Chile game. It's Numberlese. It's the only game in the Chile League Premier. Numberlese, they facing Audi AUTA. And I like that game over 2.5. But if you can catch it over 2 live with a good odd, take it. Also, I got a Costa Rica game, Premier Division. Costa Rica, Algelis is playing Cartagines. Algelis, the only game in the Costa Rica League, also start at 9:00 p.m. later on tonight. Take Algelis on the money line -117. They're one of the best teams in the Costa Rica League, if not the best team. So take Algelis -117 on the money line, full time, same difference. That's all I got.
That's weird. Oh, it's behind. That's why. Dang, that's crazy. My bad, bro. We looking at the shit.
Hey, I'm glad we didn't see a murder live. That
I wouldn't
have saw it. I would have heard it.
Boy, I said,
God. Texas. Hey, look, in Texas, I was just gonna call the police and tell them niggas come get this nigga out my driveway. Say, watch out.
Hey, look, man, don't never show up like that again, Coach. God damn,
I had to check his pressure real quick. You know, so I said, man,
don't do that. God
damn, loud on the garage door. I know he gonna be like, what the fuck?
Exactly. I let that hoe up. Go on, come in this
he said, hey, you might get shot. I say,
you're probably gonna have your heart race like 15 minutes later.
All right, let me go over here to the corner. Because I was looking that way, I hear him and his woman arguing. I was like, oh shit, I got them arguing. I hope it was a side or something.
I thought you was somebody else, but I am waiting on somebody.
Hey, man, I just want to say, man, appreciate y'all holding it down, man. Appreciate your span and Money Moose, man, really holding it down on this MLB show, man. You've been doing your things. I see you with the bets. That's how I know you've been hanging out with Marley a little long time now, man. So, but I just want to say, I'm tripping. I just want to say, hey, man, be ready for the football. You know, I might not be here right now. We take care of things behind the scene. You know what I'm saying? Football season up. That's why you see the hat. But we locked in. You see, I got my head coach calling me. You know, my schedule been a little busy. I got my shout out to the South Houston Ducks. I bought my minor pro team back, 501c3, nationally ranked team, 18 and up, back in the mix for the summer. So you know, all over the place. But come next week, come Thursday, be on the lookout for the coach and DJ Big Boss. Shout out to Tease and Mikey Hover. Yo, man, hey. We out here, dog. You just got to keep boys on their toes so that everybody knows that B&B, we still here. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody going nowhere. And if boys having problems with us, address it. I'll address it. But address it.
What was the Reds? What was the Reds plays?
I had first 5 Reds.
First 5 Reds. Oh, yeah, we're following Ashcraft on that.
Yeah, man. We're riding Ashcraft.
We're on the Ashcraft train on that one.
No, you ride an ass craft because that's the kind of craft we
I don't
ass craft.
think I missed any plays, but it's been a crazy show.
Yeah, definitely. Hey, I appreciate you, bro, man. Once again, appreciate you, Moose, man. Great plays today, man. Great show. Even though we're a little late, we're gonna try to work on getting earlier, man, as we can. But we try to keep delivering, like brother Marley say. But check this out, man. Be sure to go find me on my IG at Grind Game VIP Sports. That's Grind Game VIP Sports. You can find me on IG, and also you can find me on Facebook at Overton Span, OVRTON Span, SPANN. We'll leave the links below. I gotta get them out to my boy, and also you can give my YouTube a follow, man, at Grind Game Elite Sports. You know what I mean? We give out dailies too, free plays also on there, man. So stay plugged in. Thanks for having me, and close it out, my guy.
For sure, man. Look for them double G's. Moose, tell the people where they can find you at, my brother.
Man, you guys can find me on Twitter at Moose Money Bets, where I drop all my plays. I'm if you want to reach out and have any questions for me, if you want to have any kind of dialogue, what it is I'm looking at, why it is I'm doing, what it is I'm not doing, don't hesitate to reach out. And I'm going to leave you with this. I just heard this as it went by. I just heard the official sound of what an ass craft sounds like. Sounds like this when it's taken off.
All right, always faded. Appreciate you posting those plays earlier, my brother. Appreciate you coming in the chat. You new to the family, so I appreciate you tuning in. Appreciate everybody that tuned in, man. Every single one of y'all, every viewer, every like, every share, all that shit. So, as always, let me see. That is Moose Money. Yeah. Fuck. That is Mr. Span Overton, Grind Game Elite Sports. Grind is the game. Follow the homie. This right here, that's the coach. I am Marley Bets, and this is Brothas N Bets. And like yesterday, because we hit them yesterday, and like today, and we go stain their ass today. But more importantly, like tomorrow, y'all already know what it is. Let's beat Vegas.
Go.
Hey, man. Hey, say, man. We out.
Check it out. Look, we from the bottom, ain't no problems, we gon' make a way. Got no coach on the field, but we making plays. Hey, look, don't worry, we gon' be okay.